We'll do the. Hello, my name is Jared McNett. I'm a political reporter for the Sioux City Journal and frequent guest on the On Iowa Politics podcast. I'm here today to chat with Republican State Representative John Wills, who is running for re-election in Iowa House District 10. Hello, John.
Hi there, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. So I think maybe the easiest way for us to start is to just get a little bit of background about you for folks who might not know you. So, how old are you? What sort of work do you do outside of the legislature? And where do you live?
Well, I'm 56 years old. I live in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Those are the two easy ones. And then I work in water quality work here in Okoboji. So I try to take care of the Iowa Great Lakes, the water quality of the lakes. I've been doing that for about 23 years total. But I work with landowners on private land who are voluntary landowners who want to improve water quality and improve the pollution running off their properties.
And what initially made you want to run for the legislature?
I've been always active in politics, mostly on the local level. So I've been in like the county committee and local politics for years and years, even since I was 18. As you know, I could vote for Ronald Reagan at that year, and I got involved then. And so I've been involved. Never really thought about running for higher political office or any political office for that matter. But one time, Virginie Donovan, she's kind of the matriarch of the Dickinson County Republicans here. She came up to me and said, "You should run for political office. You should run for the state house, and if you do, I think you'll win." And I got to thinking about it. And initially, I was kind of turned off, but the more I thought about it, I thought, well, I can make a difference here. And one time, my wife and I were watching news on the television, and almost at the same time, we said, "Why didn't somebody do something about that?" And it kind of dinged in my head, and I thought, well, hey, here I have the opportunity. I might be able to run, and I could do something about that. And so, really started looking at what I believed in and how I believed, and so I started evaluating those things, and soon enough, I came to the realization that yes, I should run for the state house, and I did. I ran a three-way primary and won, and really haven't looked back since.
And how many terms have you served now in the Iowa legislature?
This is my 8th year, so four terms, seeking my 5th term.
Gotcha. And in those terms that you served thus far, what's the legislation that you're proudest of working on?
I would have to say there's several, but if I have to name maybe one or two, I did sponsor, or I did floor manage the water quality bill that the legislature passed and the governor signed about 5 years ago. The biggest water quality effort for the state of Iowa to have been approved and passed in legislation. I would also say I was very involved in the tax cuts that we enacted this year and the governor signed. That people will start being able to take advantage of as early as next year. And so I really focused on that. I helped out in both the House and the Senate, and was able to be very key in that effort.
And then, if you were to be reelected in November, what issues would you make your top priorities in the coming legislative year?
Yeah, well, I will tell you this. I don't think that we're done with taxes yet. And I think that's really a hot issue for me. I ran the first time that Iowa needs to be more competitive. We need to be able to bring people to the state, and really we're seeing that come out as another priority is workforce. And I think that we need to have legal immigration into the state of Iowa. And one way that we can do that is through our tax system. I do believe that, again, workforce is a major issue, and that has all kinds of ramifications from childcare to school to healthcare to mental health. The whole gamut of things really revolves around workforce. So we need to really have a robust plan for developing our workforce and keeping people here and bringing more people into the state.
And then I'm sort of curious too, to maybe help folks get a better understanding. What do you believe sets you apart from the other person that's running in this race, Mr. Wall?
Well, I've got experience. I've got, definitely some very good things happening. Was able to pass a bill this year with a coalition of people. I mean, it takes coalitions to get things passed. We passed a bill that reduced regulation on home-based businesses. So I'm effective. I'm able to be effective. I'm conservative in my beliefs. I'm conservative in what I try to move forward in Des Moines and the capital. And also, I would say that right now, because I have those uh, groups of people that I work with, I can really say that I can get things accomplished that a lot of people don't. I'm also in leadership. I'm the speaker pro tem, and so that gives me a little bit more credibility in the state house, and also gives me the ability to kind of help to control what we talk about and what we do down in Des Moines.
Okay, and then kind of interwoven with that last question, then ultimately, why should voters go with you this November?
Well, I'm proven effective and proven to be somebody that folks can trust in the state, but also primarily in the district. So I tell people what I'm going to do, and I stick with it, and I do it. I also am a staunch defender of rights. I'm a staunch defender of the things that people hold dearly. First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fifth Amendment. I'm definitely a believer in all of our Bill of Rights, all of our rights that we have in the Constitution. I'm a believer in the Constitution. I believe the Constitution is what it says. I guess people can take me at face value and know what they're getting.
Okay, those are all the questions that I had for you. Thank you for your time this afternoon, John. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much.